The way we perceive celebrities is kind of weird when you think about it. We know they're just regular people like you and me, but because they've achieved some degree of fame, we often put them on this pedestal. From big Hollywood superstars to artists to athletes to even YouTubers, these people have brought so much joy and are an object of inspiration to a lot of people out there. No matter who you are, there is a good chance that there is one celebrity of some kind, no matter how big or small, that you just support and you just really like. While this is fine for the most part, excessive amount of love and support can sometimes boil to a much more negative relationship that the person might have towards this person. And this is more commonly known as a parasocial relationship. Reading the Google description, Google defines this as a one-sided relationship where one person extends emotional energy, interest, and time to someone who is completely unaware of the other's existence. To any normal person out there, that concept of giving your devotion to someone who knows nothing about you might seem weird, but to others, devoting this love, this attention towards this person, this persona, even though they don't know them personally, is to them their entire life meaning. No other country is more associated with parasocial relationships than that of Japan, and especially their entertainment industry. This long-winded introduction is just an excuse for me to introduce to you this, a manga by the name of Oshinoko, a manga, a story about Japan's entertainment industry. Oshinoko is personally one of my favorite mangas that I've ever read. It deals with the topic of the Japan's entertainment industry as a broad term and also focuses on certain aspects like, for example, acting, idols, etc. etc. We all have this idea, this preconceived notion of the entertainment industry, but unless you're a part of the industry yourself, you don't really know the actual dealings that goes on in the industry. The manga is being written by Akasaka Aga, the mangaka for Kaguya-sama Love is War, and is being illustrated by Mengo Yukari, the mangaka for Scum's Wish. Akasaka Aga is not only a good writer in my opinion, but is also someone who knows a lot about the entertainment industry through the success of Kaguya-sama Love is War and through the connections that he made within the industry. When writing the script for this video and when thinking about what to talk about in this video, I realized that no matter how hard I tried, I don't think I'll be able to give any new input that hasn't already been said about this manga. There's so many videos out there about Oshinoko, about talking about the manga, some even being made by some of the biggest anitubers in this platform. And so really there's nothing much for me to talk about. I promised myself that I wanted to make a video talking about Oshinoko. I promised myself that I would make this video, and after the first episode, I have no reason not to make this video. So in this video, rather than talking about the manga, the story, everything unique about this manga as so many other videos have done, I want to just focus on the anime, more specifically the first episode of the anime. Now I'm going to read to you guys the synopsis of the show written here in my anime list. 16-year-old Ai Hoshino is a talented and beautiful idol who is adored by her fans. She is the personification of a pure young maiden, but all that glitters is not gold. Goro Amamiya is a countryside gynecologist and a big fan of Ai, so when the pregnant idol shows up at his hospital, he is beyond bewildered. Goro promises her a safe delivery. Little does he know an encounter with a mysterious figure will result in his untimely death. Or so he thought. Opening his eyes in the lap of his beloved idol, Goro finds that he has been reborn as Aquamarine Hoshino, Ai's newborn son. With his world turned upside down, Goro soon learns that the world of show business is paved with thorns, where talent does not always beget success. Will he manage to protect Ai's smile that he loves so much with the help of an eccentric and unexpected ally? Now, from that description, you probably already have an idea of what the show is going to be about, and probably a lot of you who haven't read the manga, who have no idea what the show is going to be about, are probably not really interested now when you hear the synopsis, which I don't blame you. However, the thing about Oshinoko is that you actually have to read up until the certain point, or in this case, the anime. You have to watch the first episode in order to sort of make your judgment about the anime. And that's because Oshinoko is one of those animes where the less you know, the better. In fact, if you're watching this video and you have no idea what Oshinoko is about, and you haven't even watched the first episode, click off this video right now and watch the first episode because, like I said, the less you know, the better. Ojinoko's first episode is 1 hour and 30 minutes long, pretty much the length of a full on movie, and it covers the whole prologue of the manga. Everything you need to know about Oshinoko is right here in this first episode. The prologue, I feel like, is so important in order to sell you on Oshinoko. Every character that appears in the first episode is fleshed out. You're getting to understand of what the story that you're going to get into, and only by the end of it where you really understand what Oshinoko is all about, and only by the end of it where you realize that if this show is for you or not. The reason why I'm not going to talk about the story in this video is because, like I said, the less you know, the better. So instead, I want to focus on one thing particular from the first episode that I think that would be interesting to talk about, and that would be talking about Ai Hoshino, the poster girl for this anime. Almost every promotional art that you see about Oshinoko features Ai as the cover. Everything from her good looks, her bright personality, and of course, her captivating eyes are on full display everywhere. The reason why Ai is portrayed everywhere is not just because she's the poster girl for this anime, but because she embodies the Japan's entertainment industry. The show has a lot of really good lines, really good one-liners, but one line stood to me the most, and it was a line mentioned by Ai herself. Lying is the ultimate form of love. The show describes idol as this ultimate form of lie. Idols in Japan are perceived as this holier than thou, pure, say so, whatever you want to call it, cute girls that are there to provide joy, provide laughter to their fans. Japan's idol culture is well documented at this point and is explored a bit in the first episode, so I don't really want to talk too much about it. One of these idols is I, and when it comes to lying in this industry, not many people is better at it than I. I understand that in order to make it in this industry, she needs to put on a facade, a mask, a persona, someone that the fans could cling on to. This doesn't just apply to the idol industry, but rather to the whole entertainment industry. Because of that, she created this lie, she created this persona known as Ai Hoshino, and the reason for that is because she knows that people aren't going to love her for herself, and that she isn't going to love anyone as herself. Nobody cares about Ai Hoshino the person. People only care about Ai Hoshino the idol. And to her, that's why lying is her ultimate form of love. Through those lies she created, she became bigger and bigger, and she achieved so much success because of that. But underneath those lies, is she really truly happy? Is she really happy about the life that she's living? The song's opening, Idol by Iwasobe, is not only a banger of a song, but it's also a song that fits the story of Oshinoko so well because it describes I so well. The song describes the person as a strong individual who is able to take everything thrown at him, a person who is loved by all. But underneath that strong exterior is a person who struggles as herself and struggles to know who she really is. A person who refuses to share anything to those around her because that's just not her nature. A girl building a career through the words I love you and yet never really loving anyone herself. And despite her genuine love for her children, she couldn't even bring herself to say the words I love you to them, and that's because she fears whether or not that's the truth or just one of the many lies that she has told. But that is the sacrifice that she makes. The sacrifice that she makes to fulfill her greedy need to be loved by others. The price of being the perfect idol. Ai's lies goes beyond the show itself. When I first read the manga, I was completely captured by her bright personality, her good looks, and everything that she has going on for her. She seemed like the perfect girl, the perfect idol, and that's because she was designed to be that. She was designed to be that perfect idol. When the anime was first announced, the question that people had in their minds was who was going to play Ai? Who was going to bring this titular character to life? Who had this huge responsibility to bring this character to life? If they messed up the casting for I, it would mess up the entire show. That's how big the role that I plays in Oshinoko. Sure enough, the voice actor that they cast is the person that I wanted to play I since the very thought of an anime adaptation was a possibility for this manga. Rie Takahashi is one of my favorite voice actors, and that's because she embodies the character that she's playing. Her genuine love for a lot of the characters that she plays transfers that into the screen, and a lot of the characters that she plays end up being iconic, end up being some of the best characters in their respective shows. During an interview, she mentioned that she cried when she received the news that she was being cast as Ai and that she had been a fan of the manga for so long. While this could, of course, be just another well crafted lie, the fact remains that Rie Takahashi often gives her all to the characters that she plays and perfectly embodies them. If you see in her interviews, her shows that she does to promote an anime or whatever, she gives her absolute all to portray these characters. And when it comes to her portrayal of Ai Hoshino, it is without a doubt her best portrayal ever. The best portrayal of her anime character that I've seen from her. If we're thinking about a perfect casting in the anime industry, Rie Takahashi as Ai is definitely one that comes to mind. She managed to bring Ai to life in a way that I feel like no other voice actor can. And because of that, this anime, this first episode, exploded and became so well received. On topic of voice actors, shout out to Yuri Igoma who plays Ruby in the show. This is apparently her first role ever, and you couldn't really tell because she gave an incredible performance. She did not give a performance of a rookie. She gave a performance of someone who has been in this industry for so many years. To finish things off, I want to briefly talk about the animation. The anime is done by Dogakobo, who mostly does slice of life stuff, and there was some skepticism about the animation for the show. Mango Yukari's artwork, character designs, everything just fit the manga, fit the premise of the show so well. So Dogakobo had this high bar that in order for Oshinoko to work as an anime, they have to make sure that they're able to capture Mango Yukari's style. Even when the trailer first dropped, there was still some skepticism that they weren't going to be able to maintain this level of quality throughout the whole series. However, if the first episode is to go by, they're doing a fantastic job. The animation quality, movements, characters, and everything looked really good, but the main thing for me was the colors just really fit the vibe that Oshinoko has. It was clear that the people behind this anime wanted to do the manga justice, and from the perspective of a manga reader, I feel like they did exactly that. Oshinoko is an anime that exploded with its first episode, and there's just so much more to come. As a fan of the manga, I couldn't ask for a better adaptation. And while it is way too early to say that this is the perfect adaptation, if the first episode is anything to go by, I am so excited for what's to come, and I'm really happy that a manga that I love so much is being done so well. But with all that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.